Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of, Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh. Oh. Okay. No, it's saying take the card that was also stuck in your hand. Okay. So there can... Okay. I know this isn't what you guys want to see. Whenever the tower comes up, I know everybody's like, oh no, Dane, send it away, send it away, send it away. The tower isn't necessarily a bad thing. It is just something that denotes profound and irreversible change. And this is going to be around work. So just be aware of this. Whatever you are dedicating yourself to, whether that be that you work on the home, if you are, a housewife, husband, person, or you work outside of the home, or you have your own business, or whatever it is, this is saying that there is change around what is your work, what is the thing that takes up most of your time during the day. So just be aware of this. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but it is something that is powerful. It is something that kind of throws you off your game for a little bit, and you're like, okay, well, how do I deal with this? Or what the heck is going on here? Or what the heck is, yeah, there's a strong energy of what's going on here. Like, this came out of left field type of thing. So just be aware of this. It can be a way that we're feeling inside. We can be feeling overly frustrated, a bit sad, a bit overwhelmed. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde, so we are in the post-Mercury time period, Mercury retrograde time period, which can make everything a little bit raw, a little bit more intense. Even though we're coming out of Mercury retrograde, it's like that shadow still holding on to us. So just be aware of this. There's something here where things are going to go during this time not the way that we had anticipated it, not the way that we had expected it or wanted it or thought it would go or should go. So just be forewarned. Forewarned is forearmed. And that's going to be the best way to look at this. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. I like how the cards are making themselves known. You have the King of Pentacles, so that shows you that you're crowning with the King of Pentacles. So that's things being stable and good within work, or at least you being able to traverse things, but just be prepared for somebody to throw you a curveball. Just be prepared for things to you're looking at it, and I really do think you're going to look at things, and if you're staying home, you might find that your kids, throw a bit of fits, or there's something here that needs your immediate attention. Somebody might get a little bit sick or have a cold or something like that you have to care for them, and it's it's a bit frustrating. They can be very dramatic about the whole entire thing. There's also at work, there can be a person who's throwing a bit of a hissy fit, and you really just think that they're being like toddlers. Okay, so just be aware of this, and it's going to be very, very frustrating. Okay, that's interesting. You have a lot of people that you're dealing with during this time. And by people, I mean you are going to be dealing and interacting with many different strong personalities coming forward. All right. One of them is going to come across as a bit immature. They love what they do. They really, really do. They're very passionate. They're very determined. They're very focused. But that passion and focus might not always be calibrated correctly. You might look at them and be like, you're just completely off the mark. So just be aware of that here. I just see this as somebody who kind of gets a big idea and is absolutely in love with it, absolutely, kind of swept off their feet by it. And then all of a sudden they're on to the next thing. Just think of the beginning of Romeo and Juliet, right? When Romeo is talking about Rosalind, and then all of a sudden he sees Juliet and he's like, oh my gosh, I forget Rosalind and now I'm in love with Juliet. That's the type of energy that this person is giving off. It's like they don't really stay focused on things very well. So just know that here, and that person's coming through, and you're going to get a bit frustrated with them. You really are. You're going to be looking at them and thinking, what the heck? Like, this person comes through as like a 16-year-old type of deal. You're dealing with people who are also feeling like toddlers, and it's just it's like, oh my gosh, everybody calm down and act your age. That's really the energy that's coming forward. And if those are their ages, just know that they're giving you what to expect. You're crowned with the King of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. There's a real sense that you handle things, and you handle things really, really well, Taurus. So just be aware of this. Be aware that you are prosperous. Be aware that you are bountiful. Also be aware that people see you as the person that they can throw landmines at, and you can juggle them well. So that's going to come through very powerfully during this time. There is also a sense of being very focused on what you want. You're looking at how everything interconnects, how everything plays off of each other, how everything is moving towards a bigger picture or a greater sense of what we want and what we need. And you're going to be looking at things where everybody else is looking like at the here and the now. You're going to be looking at things at least 5 steps ahead of everybody else. So you're seeing a much bigger picture than they themselves are seeing. And you're coming from a place that a lot of them just can't relate to. They don't see it. They don't get it. They're not going to see it, and they're not going to get it. So just be aware of this during this time, that you also have a loyalty to you. There is somebody around you. Now, this might be your dog, this might be your pet, but there's somebody around you who you're just completely connected with and who is completely loyal to you. And that is going to be a very, very powerful thing. Now, there's a sense of justice. There's a sense of balance. There's a sense of things coming into focus during this time that need to come into focus. And you're going to be seeing that what needs to be seen as chaotic, or what needs to be looked at, starts to come forward. And you're like, oh my gosh, okay. This is now being balanced. This is now being organized. This is now being put in its proper place. And I am moving forward from here. There is somebody in this realm. I don't know why you're dealing with so many chaotic people during this time, but there's somebody in this realm that has been unjust. Things have been unfair. They've been putting more and more on your shoulders, and you're going to see things starting to kind of equalize. But before they equalize, things get a little bit messy. It gets like, I just see somebody like, it is like somebody throws a fit, and then all of a sudden, because they threw a fit, because they stepped just that little bit too far, now everything is getting reined in, and it's getting reined in very powerfully and very, distinctly, and very much with a sense of now order reinstating itself in this sphere of being. And it leads us with the Queen of Swords. It leads us to this place of speaking truth. It leads us to this place of knowledge. We're going to have somebody around us. This person can manipulate words. So just be aware of this, because I'm seeing you dealing with 2 people. One person, this person can be a Libra, okay, because you have justice, and that's Libra energy. One of these people can be a Libra, but I'm seeing a fact of balance being very important to them. There's somebody here who's like the peacemaker, and you'll look at them as the peacemaker. You look at them and you're like, okay, this person harmonizes things. This person puts everything in order. This person is the peacemaker. And that is going to be very important to you. The person who sees things, says things the way that they need to be said, looks at things towards the bigger picture, the greater understanding, the deeper truths. And it really helps us to move forward in a way that is succinct, that is knowledgeable, and that is powerful. There is also a sense during this time that you are going to be able to traverse this Mercury retrograde, this post-Mercury retrograde period well. But a lot of things have come up that you're now going to be really thinking of, you're going to be really seeing, you're going to be really, getting a greater understanding of. And because of that, you're now going to be looking at things differently. And you're going to also be the one who's going to be like, no, things are coming into balance now. Before they were chaotic, before they were overwhelmed, before they were, too much. Now it's all starting to come into balance. Now it's all leading towards the place that I need it to be. You're also going to find that you're moved very much by what you love. Be very mindful of a person, kind of like a young buck coming in, thinks that they know everything, thinks that they have all the answers, thinks a heck of a lot more of themselves than probably they should. So just be aware of that. And they can be a little chaotic with that energy. They can also come in as very, very charming. They'll say what you want to hear and they'll tell somebody else what they want to hear. They think they're a lot better at the game than they are. They're not very good at it. So you'll be able to spot this person quite well. This time period for you has to do with prosperity and abundance and what you view as it's almost like livelihood, right? What you view as your livelihood changing, growing, and becoming more than you expected it to be. Are you going to come out on top? Absolutely, you come out on top. And that's going to be a very big thing for you. Is it going to be messy before you come out on top? Yeah, it is going to be a little bit messy. It is, and that's something that Spirit's saying, be aware of. And be aware that you have main players come in. Some of them are going to be just lovely. They're going to be straight speaking. They're going to be determined and focused. If you have, Gemini energy within your chart, that's coming through very, very powerfully here. Also, if you have Gemini energy, if you're born on the cusp with Gemini, that's going to come through very powerfully. But there is a sense of one person is going to speak very truthfully. It's very much going to be a peacemaker, very much going to be an organizer. Okay. Another person likes to hear the sound of their own voice and very much wants to be in power. And that person kind of wants to usurp you. So just be aware of that. They're going to come through, whether they be male, female, or however they identify, they're going to come through as very nurturing, very caring, very much like wanting to support you. All right. This person who will betray you, they'll stab you right in the back. They will want to take the credit all for themselves. So just be aware of this during this time. This is a time that you need justice and balance. We are in the Libra time period. Yeah, during this reading, we're in Libra time period. This is a time where this period of justice and balance and harmony, it means everything. You're done. You're done with the chaos. You're done with things being overwhelming. You're looking at things now in a new light and in a new way. And you're saying, this is what I want for my life. And this is how I'm focusing to get it. And you're changing the game. You really are taking a handle of things. And you're going to be the person who moves forward in what they love and what they want and really lets your heart sing. Now, your subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is the fact that Spirit is really showing you having a celebration of success. But you're going to have people that as you're celebrating the success, they want to see you fall. They don't want you to be as successful as you will be and as you are. Now, there's also an energy here of be mindful of the people that you think are successful. Be mindful of the way that you're viewing success, because some people are going to be really tooting their own horns, thinking that they're really, really super successful, really super powerful, and they're just not. So just be very aware of this. It moves you to your subconscious energy, your tarot energy, which is the Hermit. And this is going to be a time subconsciously where you need introspection. You need to look at things for yourself. You need to see what it is that you desire and what it is that you want. And you just need quiet. You're going to like to be around other people. Taurus, you always do. But you're going to need quiet. You're going to need to balance things. Also, subconsciously, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury, post-Mercury retrograde, can be affecting the way that you think about things, the way that you're analyzing things more than you realize. So just go a little bit kinder on yourself. You come out of it well. You shine. That's not the problem here. The problem can be our own inner thoughts. The problem can be the fact that we feel too overwhelmed, or that we're doubting things too much, or that we're, questioning our own abilities. So that's going to be something that when we look inward, we need to make sure that we're looking inward in peace and love and harmony, not looking inward and yelling at ourselves and berating ourselves with everything that we should have done and everything that we could have done. So just be aware of this, Taurus. All right. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels powerful, whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus, and may blessings and prosperity always be with you.